there, you see now how all your so-called power counts for absolutely nothing. How your entire empire of destruction comes crashing down, all because of one little cherry.
What a lovely ballet. It seems so full of
it with a little extra on top.
It's Mel. It is 5 o'clock on December 28th, and this is the first time that I've talked to the vlog. I wanted to come on here even though it's pitch black, even though it's 5 o'clock. The sun has not completely gone down. I mean, the sun is all the way down, but like it's still light in the sky, but it's really stormy and rainy today, and I've been putting off talking to the camera forever. Partly because of that, partly because we have a lot of things to go over. So I'm starting and ending the vlog right now. You'll have seen a bunch of things that I've gotten up to in the prior week, but one thing that I wanted to specifically talk to you about was these weekly vlogs. This has Christmas in it, and it's gonna have some Christmassy themed things and some other stuff going on. This is gonna be the, I think, 8th week of weekly vlogging that I've done. And I want to talk to you about how I think that I failed at weekly vlogging. I don't think I'm very good at weekly vlogging, and I'm not going to continue weekly vlogging like every week. Not that I did a terrible job. I think I did fine, and the vlogs came out fine. I liked some of them a lot and some of them less so. But what I did a terrible job on was actually documenting my week in any sort of like linear or understandable fashion. I'm able to string stuff together, obviously, in post, but it's not quite the same as like weekly vlogging. And I think it was a good exercise for me because I was wanting to get more into filming and to think about it more throughout my week. And I think that to some extent I have done that, to some extent I have not done that. I don't think that I'm thinking in the way that I want my weekly vlogs to turn out, but I've definitely isolated and been able to understand some of the things that I am not doing or I don't do that I would like really good vlogs to have in them to turn out well. So watching vlogs certainly helps that, and seeing the weekly vlogs that I've been putting out versus other people's weekly vlogs or other people's vlogs in general just mean that I'm not doing things that I want to do to make the vlogs look the way I want them to look, which is totally fine. Like, I'm fine. I'm happy with the vlogs as they came out, and I'm happy with what I did for those vlogs, but the fail comes in with knowing that I didn't do the things to make the vlogs come out like to their best and like to my high standard that I would wish they would be. That's not to say I will never weekly vlog again or that I won't try this experiment again another time, but as far as Bookmas is concerned, as far as these weekly vlogs, I think I'm going to do 10 total weekly vlogs because I do still want to get the end of December in a vlog, so we'll do that one and then maybe we'll do one more and just call this a round of 10 weeks that we did vlogging for, and we have a bunch of vlogs to commemorate this experiment. It is what it is basically the end of that conversation. This week we had Christmas, we had the card show. Today is the 28th of December, so I'm going to end the vlog here and I'll start another vlog tomorrow so we can capture the very end of December in general. Let's talk about the wall library sales. So I'm sure in one of these vlogs I've mentioned that I didn't think the wall library sale was happening because they had some flood damage. And I was kind of happy about that because it meant that I wasn't going to get a lot of books and I wasn't going to have to pause my Read What You Own challenge to go to the wall library sale, which was one of the caveats in the Read What You Own challenge. Well, I did have to pause the Read What You Own challenge, and I did get 38 books at the wall library sale. So many more that I've completed in my Read What You Own challenge, but that's, I guess, a bigger conversation for another time. It was a caveat that I had originally said in my Read What You Own challenge rules, so I'm fine with having done that, and I'm happy to have gotten the books that I got. I got a lot of good books. Some of them are right here, actually, up here, like Yellowface and a couple of other fun books. I'm not going to count the books that I got if I read those books towards my Read What You Own challenge. So I think I'm still at 17 books or 18 books on my Read What You Own challenge. So any of the books that I have brought in during my Read What You Own challenge that have fit within the caveats that I've either unhauled books for or that I bought in the wall library sale, if I read them, they don't count towards my Read What You Own challenge. So I still have quite a few books left to go, and I'm hoping to finish them by the next wall library sale. Because the wall library had that water damage, and because they usually do 4 sales a year at one every 3 months, they weren't able to do their full sale this time. They only had 2 days. So they are going to do another sale in January on January 17th. So now my new official date to finish the Read What You Own challenge, that 6 or 7 more books that I have to read, is January 17th, because I will be going back to the wall library sale again, and I will be getting more books there. I don't know, I mean, again, we'll talk about it another time, but like, I don't know if the Read What You Own challenge in this capacity really works for me, or if it doesn't. I think I'll, after the 25 books, I'll do like a whole conversation about all of that. There are some other books that I brought in recently that I want to talk to you about as well. I'm not going to go over all the books that were in the wall library sale, but another caveat is if I get given books, and I did get 2 Helen McCloy books for Christmas from my dad, so they're not in the best shape, but they're super hard to find a Helen McCloy book, so I'm super excited about these. And then as a late Christmas gift, I also got The Frood, the authorized and very official history of Douglas Adams and the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, which is by Jem Roberts. This book was only written in 2013, I think, but it is now out of print. And my husband got me, 2014, and my husband got me this very nice, very shiny copy, and I'm excited to read it. It's so long though, and the pages are very like thick, like each page is very thick, which I think is interesting. It's one of like the official books that have to do with Douglas Adams that I don't have, so super excited for that. Finally, I did pick up a book at a little free library yesterday, and that is The Island of Missing Trees by Leif Shafak. This was nominated for the Women's Prize. I don't think it won, but maybe it did. I can't remember. A few years ago. And I've never read any Leif Shafak yet, but I am interested. This is the second Leif Shafak book that I have. This cover is so beautiful also. So I unhauled a bunch of books, which I will have talked about in vlogs already from my DNF video and from some other books. So I am going to just count this as one of the books that I've already unhauled because I like kind of saved those as books that I could use against in case I brought a book in. So that's everything for the Read What You Want challenge. The next thing I want to talk about was the Buzzword Readathon. So I am not going to complete Your Blues Ain't Like Mine, which was for the prompt for like. I am not going to complete any books with there in the title, which I only had one book and it was a collection of queer short stories, but I did complete the Christmas Card Crimes and Other Stories. So I did read this entire book, except I did DNF one short story in it, which I might come back to, but for now it wasn't getting my attention. I wasn't interested in it, so I think reading the majority of this still counts, and I will still be counting this. I did not complete the Buzzword Reading Challenge for 2024. I think I have completed it every other year that I've done it. I'll have to go back and look, but that's okay. I'm okay with that. It's fine. But I am really excited for next year's Buzzword Reading Challenge, and especially the Buzzword Cover Challenge or Buzz Cover Challenge. And I think I'm going to read The Legacy of Lost Things in January for the repeating pattern on the cover, because I was looking at this in my last 2022 book haul revisit, and this one jumped out at me and I was really excited about it, so I think I'm going to do that. So that will be on the pile of possibilities for January. So I think that's it for today. I've caught you up on quite a few things that have gone on over the week. Is there anything else before I go? Let's see. There was some cat drama. So ever since we brought Chips in, which was the last rescue who was outside, who we brought in not this past November, but the previous November, so over a year ago, there haven't been many cats in the backyard, and then we saw a lot of cats in the backyard, which was really exciting. I like when there's cats in the backyard for sure, but also it means that I want to bring all the cats inside if they're not other people's cats. Some of the cats we know are other people's cats in the neighborhood, which is fine, but some of them are like strays. We have this one orange cat that we've recently been seeing that we think, well, I think that someone maybe kicked them out of the house, or they got lost out of the house, or something like that happened, because he seems very, very skittish, but in a way that like a new to being outside cat is skittish. So I don't know. I think that is everything for this vlog. Sorry there wasn't much of me talking to the camera, but we have another 2 weeks to this weekly vlog project to work on. I hope you had a lovely holiday if you celebrate Christmas or any of the other holidays that happened this week, and I hope you have a great new year. Thanks so much for joining me today, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!